those of you who don't know me, I'm Aimee Wetzel, Director of Institutional Advancement. We are thrilled to gather here with so many of you who hold Spellman near and dear to your hearts. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce Claire Noonan, class of 2018, as our guest speaker. Because of your support and dedication to Cardinal Spellman, Claire chose Spellman for her high school experience, a place that she and her parents knew that she could learn, love, serve, and grow. Claire is a young lady with incredible potential who loves and serves her Spellman family and surrounding community. I'd like to invite Claire to the podium to share her story with you tonight.
Honored that I would be chosen to speak here at such an inspiring venue. When I was first asked to come speak to you, I wasn't really sure why I was chosen. I'm not a star athlete or president of the senior class, but when I really thought about it, I realized the reason I'm here is because I have a story to tell you, and this story perfectly encapsulates the Spellman spirit. And if you'll let me, I'd love to share my story with you here. I come from a family that loves Thanksgiving. They're right over there. We are truly thankful for all of our blessings. For the past 8 or so years, my family's partnered with St. Vincent de Paul to provide a home-baked loaf of bread for every family in need in Brockton. One year when I was delivering our breads, there were people lining up throughout the church to sign up to receive a Thanksgiving basket, which included donations of everything needed to make one of these Thanksgiving dinners. The baskets feed up to 8 people each, so whole families are able to enjoy them. As my family walked into the church to deliver our contribution to the baskets, I saw familiar faces in that line, like kids I went to school with and their families. That's when I discovered the importance of service, a memory that still inspires me to do for others. When I started my search for a high school, I knew right away I wanted to go to Cardinal Spellman. My father is an alum, and I heard from multiple sources that it's no ordinary school. Spellman is a family. So 1 year later, I was enrolled as a freshman, and it was one of the best choices I've ever made. Not because of the academics, which are phenomenal, that's true, but because Cardinal Spellman High School really is more than an ordinary school. They teach us there how to serve our fellow man and be truly better people. That is the Spellman way. At Cardinal Spellman, the spirit of giving is cultivated in each of us. That year, when it came time to bake our breads for the Thanksgiving baskets, I asked my family if I could open it up as an opportunity for the Spellman community to take part in. Before I knew what was happening, all of the religion teachers had organized it into a huge service project. The entire freshman class gathered in the cafeteria after school with me, and we baked 300 loaves of bread together. This is what Spellman teaches us, all of us. This is what I mean when I say that what we learn at Spellman makes us better people. We're taught to do for others, and that the world is so much bigger than just ourselves. But it isn't just me who caught the Spellman spirit. All of us, all of the students, have the same spirit instilled in them. For example, one of my best friends, Bailey Westerland, hosts a lemonade stand every year to raise money for Tay-Sachs disease. She's incredibly successful. It's so close to her heart, and she's actively making progress in the field. Another one of my best friends, Cheyenne DeCristoforo, posts sticky notes all over the school with positive messages on them, and whoever finds them will smile throughout the rest of the day. She works so hard to make everyone happy. Sometimes she even comes into school with brownies and cookies and gives them away just to make everyone smile. I could name hundreds more kids. There are so many examples that I witness every day. This is the Spellman way. We all have that same spirit inside of us. Benefactors of Spellman, this is what you have accomplished. Without your continued support of our school, there would not be hundreds of teenagers being taught this value of doing for others. Spellman students change the world. So tonight, I end my speech with a sincere thank you. Thank you to those who made it possible for my fellow students and I to be educated in this way. Your donations matter. And with your continued support, think of all the good that we could continue to do, all of us together. We can make the world, or even just our tiny corner of it, a better place, one good work at a time. Thank you.
I ventured briefly down the path of a vocation to the priesthood with the Diocese of Providence. While the seminary did not work out for me, I did learn a number of life lessons there, not the least of which was an approach to life and Catholicism outlined by my then professor, Monsignor Langsfeld, from the Archdiocese of Washington, D.C. In Christology class one morning, he said something that resonated with me all these years, that in the study of theology, much like in life, there is no either or, only both and. For instance, Monsignor Langsfeld would say, God is both three in one. Jesus was both God and man. Mary was both virgin and mother, and countless other examples in the field of theology that I will not bore you with this evening. However, as the years have gone by, I've noticed how true this is for things outside the area of theology as well. Often people are not only one thing or another, villain or hero, bad or good, leader or follower. Rather, I began to realize how often I encountered the nuance in the beauty that is humanity. After a year at Cardinal Spellman, I have noticed a similar both-and reality at work. We are rooted in both faith and reason. We have students who are both athletic and artistic. We are both small enough to know a lot of one's peers and big enough to always meet someone new. It has this juxtaposition of seemingly opposite qualities that has become the highlight of our newly minted strategic plan. You have the strategic plan in front of you tonight. These lovely yellow literature pieces are rooted in tradition and prepared for the future. What you see before you is the work of a strategic planning committee that met this past year to plan for the next 5 years of Spellman's future, both rooted in tradition and prepared for the future. Spellman is certainly rooted in tradition, from the Sisters of St. Joseph to hand motions at every Mass that I am still trying to pick up, Mr. Kelly. I'm working my best. We are supported by a storied lineage of liturgy and legacy that I am so blessed to be a steward of. At the same time, we are looking to the future to envision all that Spellman will become over the next 5 years and beyond. It is a vision of unwavering hope and singular optimism. Spellman has so much to be excited about. And each of the goals within that plan in front of you shares a glimpse at the bright future unfolding for Spellman. With each turn of the page of this plan, you will encounter the bold objectives that I cannot wait to see transformed from future goal to lived reality. I encourage all of you here tonight to please take some time, read through the strategic plan if you have not already, because I know you will find it as exciting as I do to be a part of. As my staff knows, every day I'm excited about something. And there's always something that I think we can kind of tackle that day and truly sink our teeth into. This strategic plan is something that Spellman can sink its teeth into over the next 5 years. Spend time with that strategic plan, because you will see it form before your very eyes over the next 5 years. Finally, tonight, I want to most importantly thank each and every one of you here. You've been a part of this legacy and tradition that I'm speaking about, part of the network of support, the crowd of giant shoulders on which we have stood. We have a saying that you may have seen on some of our literature or some of our mailings in development. We are Spellman because you are Spellman. That slogan for the annual fund at Cardinal Spellman transcends the development office and reaches back to grasp all of those who went before and thank them sincerely for making Spellman what it is today. It also extends an invitation to be part of the future of Spellman for those students who experience Spellman today, like Claire, and for the many yet to come. From the bottom of my heart, I sincerely thank you for all you've given and continue to give. We are so happy that you joined us here tonight. Please enjoy the rest of this evening, and thank you again for your continued support of Cardinal Spellman High School. Thank you very much.